Well, according to me. It is Monday lunchtime in Cambodia. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Tammy. I'm an expat from Orlando, Florida, and I've been living in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, for a little over a year now. Last month actually was my anniversary, so it's good to be here. I just finished having a wonderful lunch at a brand new spot. I like to bring you all these spots live because, I never know where I'm going. I guess I've been here a year, and you still can't see or go to every single cafe and restaurant in this city. I think I could live here for a lifetime and still not hit them all. I'm talking everything from just ma and pa or on the street cafes all the way to high-rise 5-star restaurants in the Vadenag building. Which, speaking of, this past Friday, of course, if you guys are regulars, you know I didn't do a live stream. It was my birthday last Friday, and I decided to take the day off there. Besides, I was fighting a bit of a head cold, but I'm slowly getting over it right now. Try not to, blow my nose on camera. People be like, what you doing? But yeah, so I went to the Vadanak. It's a huge 38-floor high-rise in the middle of Phnom Penh. A buddy of mine who happened to move here because he watched me on YouTube. His name's Wallace. Shout out to Wally. I call him Wally if he's on here. But he treated me to a really nice dinner on the 38th floor at a steak restaurant called Cuts. And if you're ever in Phnom Penh, I highly recommend this place. It's not bad for what you get. We went middle afternoon, 2:45 in the afternoon. You overlook the entire city. You could see 3 rivers converging, right? And then you can see the entire city from where you're sitting in this restaurant. It was just fabulous. But we got the executive lunch. Let me tell you what comes for this lunch, and then I'll tell you the price because you will flip out. You could not get this back in the United States. Like I said, I'm from Florida. There's no way I could dine in a restaurant like this and pay what I paid here. Hey, I see somebody jumping in. Hello. Yeah, if you guys are coming in, just say hello. Don't be shy. I'm just telling you my little story of my birthday thing. So anyway, we got the executive lunch, which is a set menu. You get a choice of an appetizer, you get a choice of your main course, and you get a dessert, and you get a choice of a drink between an iced tea or a coffee, right? All of this, now let me tell you, I got something I've never had before. I was like, okay, I'm going to be adventurous, I'm going to try it because I've never had caviar, all right? I'm like, fish eggs? But they had on the menu as a starter, it was called a tuna tartare. So it's not canned tuna, right? I'm thinking canned tuna. No, this is the really good cut of tuna. It's raw, but they chop it up in fine little pieces, right? Arrange it beautifully. Put a nice little gold edible leaf on top. And then they put some orange caviar fish eggs on top. And I was looking at this thing and I was like, I have no idea what this is going to taste like. And it came with what do you call fried wonton skins, okay? Which is sort of think of it like a Tostito chip, but it's made out of wonton skin. So anyway, put a little bit of that stuff on my wonton skin, took a bite. I was like, you know what, this isn't bad. It sort of had a salty flavor because it was tuna and caviar, but I didn't even taste the caviar. I mean, maybe it was all blended together. I don't know what I was expecting, but like I said, guys, I've never had caviar, so this was a first for me. But I liked it, and it was good. And I was like, it's dangerous, man. Starting to like the good high life now. Anyway, let me get your messages. I see everybody jumping in, and I'll show you this cute little cafe we're hanging out in when I look at your messages. But yeah, this is the scene right here. It's just a little bitty place. I got this big old umbrella all to myself. Isn't that cute? We're out on the porch, or you can go inside. And yes, I did go buy some stuff at the craft store today. I'll tell you about that later. But let me see. Let me see who's coming in, and I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. BMX Bro, hey. Chris says hi. Hi. Greg Berg says hi. Greg's in the house. What's up? D-Max says hi. Hello. Christopher says hi. Hello. Where are we? We are in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We're in a nice little, just quiet kind of cafe. I got I've never even had this stuff out of a can. It's called soda water. Can you guys see that? Schweppes soda water. And what they do is they bring you that can, and they bring you lemon, fresh squeezed lemon, or I'm sorry, lime. This is fresh squeezed lime. And they give you ice, and they give you a little thing of like liquid sugar, like a syrup. And you pour it in all yourself, right? Pour it in. And then you just mix it up. And you got yourself a lime soda. Ta-da! So yeah, that's what we're doing right now after I just had some lunch. Oh, Lily's in the house. Hi, Lily. Hello. Hey to Lady Wiser. What's up? What's up? Okay, what else do we got? Okay, we got VF Guy. Hey, I recognize you. You're in the house. Hey. VF Guy's in the house. Oh, thanks, Lily. Happy late birthday. Yeah, well, it's only been a couple days. You know, I'm still celebrating. Let's see what else we got. Let's see who else is jumping in on the scene. Aw, thank you. Is it Supambo, if I'm pronouncing it right? Thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate you. Okay, somebody says, hey, yo, what's up, howdy? Who's this? Hello? Hello, DJ, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's a lot going on there. Yeah, right? Every day's a birthday if you live in Cambodia. No kidding. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks like we got caught up. But yeah, you see all these? You're going to see these all over. Actually, next week is officially Chinese New Year. I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, especially if you're from the West, you probably don't follow that. I wouldn't have known if it wasn't plastered all over the town over here because, I mean, there is a big population of Chinese immigrants, right? And they celebrate Chinese New Year just like they celebrate the Western New Year. So there's like 2 New Years out here that I get to celebrate. So I think it starts September, no, what am I thinking? What is this month? It's February. I've lost it. February 15, and it runs for a week. And if, you know, I was wondering like if everybody shut down, like the whole city shut down, but they don't. I was talking to my girl Jing, who helps me get my visa renewal. In fact, today I just turned in my passport and money to her because I got to renew my visa again for 6 months. Whoop, whoop, another 6 months, man. Oh, and by the way, guys, I don't know, but I think the cost of the visas have gone down a little bit because she quoted me $15 less than what she usually charges me. She usually charges me $185 for a multi-entry 6-month visa. It was only $170 today, so I don't know, guys. If you're looking to get your 6-month visa, may be the time right now to get it because it's $15 cheaper. So yeah, unless it was just her, I don't know. Maybe she just gave me a credit of $15. I have no idea. But anyway, I got it for $170. Anyway, I was asking her because I met her at one of the schools out here. She has her office at Westline School because they got their place under construction. And I says, well, happy Chinese New Year, even though she's Khmer. And I says to her, are you guys closed? Like, are you getting a day off? And she goes, no. She says only the businesses that are owned by the Chinese, so in other words, Chinese owner businesses will be closed. But that's not the entire city of Phnom Penh. So in case you guys are wondering, there will be places still open. There'll be grocery stores open. The schools will be open. The banks will be open unless one of them happens to be owned by a Chinese person. So, but yeah, that's what's happening in Phnom Penh. Okay, let me get back to your commentos as you look through that. Oh my goodness, let's see. Okay, George, I see what you're saying. What we do in life echoes in eternity. That's pretty deep, man. That's a real deep thought there, George. I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, Fred's in the house. Yeah, you're Fred from the frozen cornfields of southern Indiana. I remember you, Fred. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. See, we've got pretty blue skies going on out here. Just hanging out at this cute little simple. It's a very simple, minimalistic kind of cafe, but you're sort of hidden off the street. So you're gonna see some cars going by and all that. We're just chilling here. We're just chilling. I'm just chilling. Having my Schweppes lime soda. Okay, Jamie James, welcome into the live stream. I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you like my voice. That's cool. Lily's like, it's your birthday month, right? We're going to party all month. That's what we're going to do. Marty, not sure how to take that comment, but okay. Okay, so Marty says Chinese banks are open. That's new. Well, that's if they're Chinese banks, they may be closed, is what I'm saying, if they're owned by Chinese. If they're not, they probably will remain open. Yeah, thanks, Jamie James. This is a beautiful place to hang out. I like it. It's pretty. Oh, Charles. Hey, Charles Jones from Memphis, Tennessee. Nice to have you in the house. Here, let me move this so you guys can get a different little angle here. Get my bag out of the way. Oh, you're welcome, Fred. No problem. Fred Hinkle. Okay, so Pambo's asking, what sector would you say is booming in Phnom Penh for a young adult to venture into with regards to relocating to Cambodia? What sector is booming? All right, you're gonna have to be more specific on that one. Like, are you just specifically talking about the capital of Phnom Penh? Because if you are, I don't know anything about like Siem Reap or the outskirts because I'm here in the capital. So that's all I can talk about. As far as what's booming, I mean, after my birthday dinner, which was mid-afternoon. Oh, by the way, guys, I smoked my first cigar. Wallace talked me into smoking a cigar, man. Like, we went down from the 38th floor. I'll get to your thing in a minute. But we went down from the 38th floor to the 35th floor. There was another restaurant there that actually had an open deck where they were having some kind of cocktail. I didn't drink, guys. I did not have a cocktail. But they were having a cocktail party, okay? And you were allowed to smoke and drink outside. And inside, they had a little separate section where they were selling cigars. It was a smoking room. And I was like, oh, wow, isn't that nice? And Wallace is like, hey, you want to smoke a cigar? I mean, it's your birthday. And I was like, I ain't never smoked a cigar in my life. I don't smoke cigarettes. I mean, I have smoked a little wacky weed, but I've never smoked a cigar, right? So we go in there, and he goes, neither have I. Let's try it. He buys a cigar, right? These things weren't cheap. He spent $30 on this cigar. It was about this big old round cigar. The person that lit the cigar they clip it and they light it for you, and they said, do not inhale it. Just puff on the cigar. So you don't actually inhale the smoke. Like I've done hookah before too. I will tell you, I've done some hookah. I don't like hookah. That's But he goes, just puff on it and, blow out the smoke. So we're just sitting there. We're sitting there in front of these big glass windows overlooking the three rivers of Phnom Penh, and the sun's starting to go down. And we're just sitting there. He's just puffing on this cigar. It's so much fun. I'm going to tell you what, though. It must be the nicotine. Like I said, I don't know nothing about this nicotine shit, but it must be for real that you get high off of nicotine. Because when we got done smoking that cigar, and we each had half of the cigar, I looked at him, I says, man, are you feeling a little, like, high right now? And he goes, I was just going to say that. He was like, I feel like I got a buzz off that cigar, too. What did he put in this cigar, bro? But yeah, we had a good time. Anyway, circling back to your comment, Sapambo, I'm sorry, long story short, had to mention the cigar thing. But we went, after that, we went down to what's called Walking Street. Every Saturday and Sunday night in Phnom Penh, they close off the main drag by the riverfront, okay? Just remember that. Every Saturday and Sunday night from I think it starts at 7 p.m., maybe 6, but it goes till 11 o'clock at night. They close everything off. All the vendors come out, the big pop tents, vendors, anything from food to drinks to clothes, trinkets, anything you want to buy is out there, right? So before we got to the main walking street, he's like, let's take this side road. Because we got dropped off away from Walking Street. They can't drop you off right there with a tuk-tuk because it's all people and it's closed off. So you have to go down a block or two and then you walk in to Walking Street. So we're walking. He goes, yeah, let's take this shortcut. And I was like, okay, here's another first. Since you need to know where the action is, guys, if you're into strip clubs, not saying that I am, you're into girls and you're into strip clubs and you're into good time, happy bar scene, there's 2 blocks of that right next to Riverfront. We walked up one of them. It was nighttime. All the neon lights were flashing. All the sexy girls were sitting outside. Okay, guys, okay. I'm talking the little mini skirts, makeup. They're all sitting outside waiting for you to come on in. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll have to make a video about that. I got some footage. But that's a happening place. So if you are a young dude, I'd say, definitely downtown by Riverfront is happening. Even if you get further southwest of Riverfront, there's another street that's called Basak, B-A-S-S-A-K, or B-A-S-S-A-C, Basak Lane. It's not really a strip club kind of theme, but it's all full of bars and hidden alleyways. It's all bars, man. In fact, that place is really cool. It actually looks like some kind of scene from a movie set because a lot of the alleyways are really thin and small. And then you've got all of the fancy lit up neon signs, and they got the lights flashing on the sidewalk. It looks like you're stepping into a Hollywood movie set. It really does. So yeah, that's the place, man. And I'm sure there's other places, but I mean, those are the 2 main places in Phnom Penh to get your party on. So just saying. All right, back to the question. Sorry, guys. Yeah, maybe I can see you through the phone there. You're trying to let go of that life? Need something more sustainable. Well, you can find other things too. You don't need to do that, but I'm just saying it is out there if you want it. Oh, Kyle, your uncle told you the same thing and tricked you because it wasn't a cigar? Man, I don't know. I think this was definitely a cigar. Christopher says Toronto tipped cigars. Lily. It makes sense now with your voice. Oh, shit. Jamie James, yeah, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate travel, people. I actually live here, though. I do live here. I've been here a year. If you're new to the channel, I'm an expat. I live here and I help others move here too, just to let you know. Okay, Jamie wants to know, how long have you lived outside of the United States? Gosh, guys, I left, let me think, the end of March 2023. So what is this? It's almost March 2026. It's been 3 years now. Now, have I lived here for 3 years? No, I've lived here for a year now. It's been over a year. And then I traveled for 2 years as a solo backpacker before I settled down in Phnom Penh. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? So you could catch all of my videos from my past travels. I went all through Southeast Asia. I did a little bit of Eastern Europe, Turkey, did a couple, I did Hungary, Budapest, and I did some about Spain. And then I went back to Florida where my 2 grown children are, and then I regrouped and thought, well, now it's time to actually settle down, you know. So then that's when I decided to come out here, and I've been here ever since. So like I'm saying, if you're an expat, or well, let's just say if you're getting ready to retire, all right, you want to be an expat, you want to be here with me. The weather's great. The living expenses are inexpensive. Your dollar is worth 4,000 of theirs. The visas are super easy to get. I'm just renewing mine right now for the 4th time. I get them every 6 months. So you could do a year, but it's just cheaper for me. I'm paying $170 to renew a 6-month visa, which is multi-entry, okay? All you don't have to show proof of income. I don't have to prove to her where my money's coming from. I get a pension from the United States, which I still have my American bank account. My money gets deposited there. And then when I need the cash out here, you could get a bank account out here if you want. Most people do, but I don't need it. I have a Charles Schwab card, so when I need cash now. I can go to any ATM from any bank in this entire city, and I just tap my card and enter my PIN, and I pull out my money, and they actually are a dual currency country. So in case you're wondering and you don't know anything about Cambodia, they accept the US dollar, and they accept their currency, which is called a Cambodian riel, R-I-E-L. But yeah, if you're interested in this lifestyle, shameless plug, I offer those services. So I work with people one-on-one or couples. I'm not a tour guide. I don't take you around town to look at this and look at that. My main goal is to get you settled, to get you a place to live, like an apartment, make sure you're set up with your bank account. If you're looking for health insurance, if you need to know where to go to get your visa renewed, or you want me to do it for you, I can, like I said, I got a girl I work with, no problem. Save you the time and hassle. Just check out my website, which is nextstepunknown.me. And if you didn't get that, and didn't write it down quickly, you can just wait till after the live stream. I'll have all of my contact information under the video. Just go back on the replay, look in the description box, and you'll see my website, and you'll also see my email. You can write to me anytime. And here's another thing. And I love meeting my subscribers. If you just happen to be in town, if you're here on vacation, let's say you're not even planning on moving here, but you just swung in for a week or two on your way to Siem Reap or something, right? And you want to say hello to me, I'm all for it, man. Just write me on my email, Tammy, Tami, at nextupunknown.com, and I'd be happy to meet you. In fact, I'm meeting one of my subscribers. Shout out to Fela. She's from, I think, Chicago, Illinois. She's actually Cambodian American. She's been here for 3 weeks, and we're going to have lunch together actually in a couple days, Thursday. And she's agreed to do an interview with me. That's another thing I wanted to say. I'm always looking for people to interview. If you're not shy and you move out of here and you want to share your story with the world, I mean, she's not moving out of here, and she speaks broken English, but she's willing to do this interview. So if all goes well, guys, by the end of this week, you'll see the interview I'll have with Fela. So that should be really cool too. Yeah, that's what's happening in these neck of the woods. All right, back to your comments. While you enjoy this lovely little patio view. Yeah, it was delicious, Jamie. Okay, so is it M. Morris? What's the best, I think you're saying area for a vacation. That's up to you. Depends on what you want. Like if you want big city life and you want culture and museums and, you know, I'm getting ready to go to an art museum. Well, I wanted to do that Friday. I want to go check out this art museum because I love to do art too. If you want all of that, then Phnom Penh's the jam. I'm just telling you, that's what you want to do. Oh, somebody sent me a sticker. Thank you. I love stickers. But if you're more into, let's say, the culture like outside of the city, like you want to see the big temples like Angkor Wat and all those hidden jungles and all that stuff, then go to Siem Reap. By all means, go there. If you're into the beach, okay, Cambodia has a coastline, guys, if you're not aware of this. Head south out of Phnom Penh. If you take the bus, here, let me put this down. If you take a bus out of Phnom Penh, you can get there in about 3.5 hours. If you take the train out of Phnom Penh, it takes 6 hours because they keep stopping all the time. I did the train, it was super nice, man. Aircon, you can get what you call a first class ticket for $15 one way. What are we talking about? Super cheap, plush seats. You get a lovely view of all the rice fields and all the mountains and everything as you go down to the beach. But yeah, so if you're a beach bum and you want to hang out, they've got an island out there. It's called Koh Rong. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. It's Koh. How do you spell it? Kohrong, I believe. Koh Rong. And that's a vibe. I haven't personally been out there, but my buddy Wally's been out there, and he says it's so cheap, like that island life. He was out there for 10 days. He was buying cocktails. He was partying his ass off. He only spent $130. That was a hotel, alcoholic drinks. He said the breakfasts came with the hotel. So the only thing he was really out of pocket was the alcoholic beverages and if he was buying a dinner or something, you know, or a little something to eat for lunch. He only spent $130 for 10 days. I was like, bro. So you gotta tell me where you stayed because this girl need to get out to the beach. Maybe we do a live stream out at the beach, right? I don't drink, but I could probably, if he spent $130 with alcoholic beverages every day, I could cut that in half and probably do the whole place for $70 a week. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good living right there. Yeah. From Russia with love. Let's go. Yeah, it is perfect. It's actually really, really nice. Really, really chill. And get a little view over here. Poet says hi. Hi. Well, yeah, maybe we can meet soon. Is it Imran? That would be lovely. I'd like to meet you, absolutely. Okay, Jamie James has another question. What are the grocery stores like? Fabulous. Depends on which ones you go to. Got a cute little bird over here. I shop at a Western supermarket that's called Super Duper. I know, Super Duper. They have another chain out here called Lucky. So if you're feeling lucky, punk, yeah, you go to the Lucky store. But if you're feeling super duper, you go to the Super Duper store. I'm making up shit, you know. I'm just pulling your leg, guys. But yeah, they are westernized out here. There's another big, huge. It's sort of like a Costco. Think of Costco, or what's the other one? Sam's Club. Think of that. It's called Macro, Makro. But you don't have to pay to be a member to get in. You just walk in like a regular grocery store. It's got everything under the sun. I'm just saying, these stores are good. So if you want local foods, you can get it. You can get it on the cheap. If you want to shop Western food, you can get that too. And that will be expensive, of course. They've got things shipped in from all over the world, guys. Like, we're talking Australian steaks, everything to Japanese apples. And let me tell you, Japanese apples ain't cheap. There's what do you call Korean kimchi. I can't even tell you everything. Everything all the way to American peanut butter. I mean, it's like whatever you want. Whatever you want. So whatever I'm craving, like if I like peanut butter, so if I'm craving some peanut butter, I know I can go to my super duper grocery store and just go get me a jar of peanut butter. Now, how much is it? Depends on the brand. If I want the Jiffy, I'm going to pay $8 for a jar, maybe 10. If I want the knockoff brand that's made in Thailand, which is still as good, I'm going to pay $3.50 for a jar of peanut butter. And that's usually what I get. And honestly, it's just as good as the Jiffy, if not better, because it's not so full of sugar. They've got regulations out here, guys. And you will definitely live healthier out here. I can guarantee you that. Good question. All right. Let me go back. Oh, Jamie subscribed. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Okay, let's get back here. Ashley says hello. Hi, Ashley. Mr. Self wants to know, French toast or pancakes? I'm a pancake girl, bro. Pancakes all the way for the win. Bear's like, if you don't eat Skippy extra crunchy, you can't be my friend. Okay. You know what? I'll be your friend because I like extra crunchy peanut butter. I'm down. I can go either way. I can go smooth peanut butter with no peanuts, or we can do all peanuts all day in that peanut butter, because who doesn't like extra crunchy peanut butter? I'm with you on that one. All right, back to your comments and your questions. Here we go. People are leaving. You want me to marry you? Okay. What are you going to present me with? A jar of peanut butter, right? That's my proposal ring. Okay, we got people jumping in from India. Hello, India. Oh, Via says, I make my own peanut butter. It's the best. Hey, I bet it is. It's probably not like super salty and with sugar. That sounds wonderful. And pancakes? You know it, man. I put peanut butter on my pancakes. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. William Bowman, I see you were asking about legalized grass. I'm going to tell you something. This is weird out here, guys, when it comes to wacky weed. Um, it's not technically legal. Now, there are loopholes, but I mean, you can't, it's not like Thailand where you can just like roll up to any kind of store that's on the street and buy it, right? That's Thailand. You can't do that here in Cambodia, so it's not technically legal. However, I haven't been here yet, but there's supposedly a pizza place out here. This is what I've been told, but there's evidently a pizza place out here that will make you a pizza with marijuana in it. Edible marijuana pizza, okay? Why that's legal and you just can't buy it to smoke it, I don't know. But that's just a rumor I've heard. Don't know if that's true. Just saying. Can you get marijuana out here illegally? Of course you can. Just like back in the States. I'm from Florida. It's not like California where you can just roll up and buy a blunt, right? It's medical purposes only. And you got to go underground to buy your weed, right? But out here, I've heard that they not only, you can buy any kind of drug out here on the street in Phnom Penh. A recent expat from Canada that I helped, shout out to Paul, I helped him get an apartment out here. This was like, he's only been here a month? Yeah, he's been here a month. I can't believe it. It seems like he's been here longer. Anyway, within the month, homeboy's already been hit up from dudes on the street out here. I haven't been hit up to buy any kind of drugs. I guess because of being a woman, they don't do that. But if you're a Western guy, they will hit you up to ask you if you want anything. I mean, he said he was just walking along his neighborhood street one day and some guy just rolled up to him and said, hey man, you want a line? You want to buy a line? He was talking about crack. He was talking about coke. I mean, so yeah, I think it's definitely out here, but to each his own. I don't want to talk too much about drugs, but it's not my shtick, you know what I mean? It's not something I would personally try to do because then again, it could be a setup. If they see you and they set you up, you might get busted. Next thing you know, you're in a Cambodian jail and they can blackmail you. They'll hold you and blackmail you for a ransom because, you know, they got you. They got you, man. They got you buying drugs. Or they can completely blacklist you and kick you out of Cambodia and you'll never return. You'll be done. So anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Let's not go there. Okay, D only says pot's legal in Oregon. Okay. Yeah, Kyle, I said hit you up. Yeah, I hear you, Bear. You don't want to mess around with, that's just something I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? I enjoy my life here too much, and I'm not going to jeopardize it over buying drugs out here. Okay, Bear, you've been studying countries. Cambodia always shows up. You plan to retire part-time in the country of Georgia. Yeah, that's not too far from here. I haven't been there myself, but I would love to visit Georgia. I think that would be a real awesome place to visit. Okay, Mr. Self Michigan, we got weed up in Michigan. Clark? I see Clark's. Is it Clark's? Clark D. Sousa's in the house. What up, girlfriend? Hey, what up, bro? What up? Long time no talk. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going way back. I know I've missed some people's stuff, so I apologize. I'm going to try to go back and catch up. Gonna try to catch up, guys. Okay, Tony has a question. What would be the difference for where you live as opposed to the Philippines, say Dumaguete? Tony, I've never been to the Philippines, so it's hard for me to compare that with you. I've heard about Dumaguete. I've seen other YouTubers do YouTube videos from Dumaguete. What's his name? Paul. Old Dog Paul. He's pretty famous out there. I watch him off and on. But I've never personally been to the Philippines, so I can't give you that comparison, unfortunately. In fact, that's one country I haven't actually gotten to since I've been out here in Southeast Asia. I've been to Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia. I've hit all of them. You know, can't see everything, but just certain spots. But I did not make it out to the Philippines, and the reason being, at the time, the flight schedule was super crazy. Like, I was in Vietnam. I could have literally just, if I could have just got a straight flight, I was in Hoi An, near Da Nang. If I could have got a straight flight from there over the ocean to Manila, I would have been there probably within 3 hours. Like, it would have been super easy. But all the planes wanted to, like, double back me. They wanted to fly me from Vietnam back into Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So if you know on the map how far that is, and then bounce me, catch another plane, bounce me from Kuala Lumpur to Manila, Philippines. I was like, that's like going like zigzag. I was like, no, I don't want to do zigzag. I just want to go zig. I only want to zig. I don't want to zag. What are we talking about here? Hello, guys. I got to plug in because, yeah, I'll if you're hungry. Because we're losing Charge-O-Matic. Hang on here. Get to see the table. There we go. Okay, let's get back to your questions. Oh, really? Is it Bear LH? Where were you? You were in the Philippines back in 08? You said the Russians invaded? Situation is very much like here in America? Oh, wow. That doesn't sound too great. Doesn't sound too great. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. I can't. Yay, we're back. We're back. I don't know how that happened. When you're trying to do live streaming and your phone goes black. Yeah. All right, back on your questions. They're under Russian threat. Okay, kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Georgia's right smack next to Russia, so I could see that happening. I really can. I could see it happening. Oh, hey, Monty Love. Welcome into the live stream. Where are we at now? We're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and we're just sort of hanging out a cute little, just a minimalistic kind of cafe. As you can see, I'm the only one out here. And I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see there's people inside, right? This is what it looks like. But yeah, it's a nice little cafe. Wanderlust is in the house. Hey, Renee, what's up? I just saw your message. What's up, girl? Hope you're doing good out in Malaysia. Clark says he's busy dealing with stupid shit nowadays. Oh, no. I think I remember the last time you said something about issues with your ex, your wife. I don't know. Like you said, if we get back together, I'm not coming to Cambodia, but if we don't, I will. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Bear, you said you Philippines, you've been there for 3 years? Yeah. I imagine it's beautiful, though. Retired young. Ain't nothing worth going blue for, especially herb. Yeah, I hear you, man. I don't know what you're talking about there, Clark Kent. All right, scrolling backwards, guys. Scrolling backwards. But yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know about Cambodia. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, I think I got everybody's stuff. I'm still scrolling backwards. So just enjoy the sounds of Phnom Penh and the lanterns. Okay, good question. Is it Tony Lay wants to know, in Cambodia, I'll read your thing here while I hold the phone. In Cambodia, if you have a car, do you have to have a driver's license, insurance, and all that stuff? I don't know. It's actually a good question. I don't own a car. I get around with tuk-tuks. They're cheap. You can bounce around like up to 30 minutes for only under $3 a ride. Anything, shorter distance, cheaper. The whole city is drivable. Like it's a 30-minute drive north, south, east to west from the central of the city. So it's really super easy to navigate. There are people that own cars out here. There's a lot of people that own vehicles, but I have no idea. I mean, they have tags. I could tell you that. But I've never bothered asking if they have to get a driver's license or insurance. Although I have seen advertisements of car insurance out here. Not as much as back in the States, but I imagine that you have to have some kind of something out here for a car. Now, motorbike's a different situation. From what I understand, you don't need a driver's license for a motorbike. And even the tuk-tuk drivers, like, they ain't got no insurance on those tuk-tuks. Probably most of them ain't got no driver's licenses either, but everybody's out here driving anyway. Shit, I see, pardon my French, I see 10-year-olds driving motorbikes, guys. I'm talking as young as 10, sometimes 7. If their feet are long enough to, like, hold the bike up, they're driving. So, you know what that tells me? Like, I think their rules are very, very relaxed out here. Most of them wear helmets on motorbikes. I don't know if that's a law, but most of them do wear helmets. And then some of them don't, So, and the ones I've seen with no helmets, I've never seen a cop pull them over and give them a ticket. Shoot, I never see cops out here, period. Once in a blue moon, I'll see a cop. And the only time I see a cop, like this one time, there was like a fender bender. 2 motorbikes hit, and they were pulled off on the side of the road. And this lady was yelling at this guy because she had a dent on the front wheel of her motorbike. And she was like, like yelling in Cambodian. I don't know what she was saying, but there was a cop standing there in between her and the guy, and he's just like listening. She's yelling and blah, 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 blah. And the other guy's just like sitting there with his arms crossed, the one that hit her. And the cop's just sitting there all casual with his arms crossed, like, just let her go. I don't know what happened after that, if the guy got a ticket or whatever, or maybe the cop just like settled in and say, yeah, it's worth $100, give her $100, she's good. It's pretty relaxed out here, guys, pretty relaxed. No high-speed chases? Yeah, I've never seen one. You would probably be right. I've been here over a year and I've never seen a high-speed chase, so I'd have to say no to that. Okay, Joyce jumped in. All right. She's saying, yeah, just Google the laws. Disability compensation is $5 a month. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Michael MCW says there's no insurance in Cambodia. It's the Wild West out there. You know, that's a fact, Jack, man. It is the Wild West out here. Like, if you're coming from the States like me, you better just put all of that out of your head, because when you get here, everything you learned about road rules and driving goes totally out the window. And I will give you a nice example. You know how traffic's supposed to go in one direction and then traffic comes the other direction? You will see people on motorbikes, instead of going on the other side of the road where the flowing traffic's coming, they'll be on this side. You're going this way, and they're coming up on the sidewalk next to you. You're going the right direction. They're going the wrong direction. Or they're even on the sidewalk going the wrong direction. So another thing, when you're walking out here, you better be careful. But they do look out for you. I mean, they're not trying to hit you. But yeah, they drive opposite directions. There are some street lights and street signs out here, but not many. And a lot of times, my tuk-tuk driver, we'd have a red light, he'd drive right through it. He didn't give a flying F. If the whole intersection was stopped and the light is still red, him and everybody else would still go. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, it is the Wild West out here, guys. Totally the Wild West. Joyce says no road rage. No, I mean, they get a little angry, but there's nothing like the United States. It's just nothing like it. Michael, you're over here in BKK1? Yeah, have your head on a swivel. Yeah, you're right, man. You got to be careful. Hey, I'd like to meet you sometime, Michael. Morning from Asha. Good morning. How am I doing? I'm doing great. We're doing great. Afternoon in Cambodia. Nice day. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. I think everything is good. I got a fan on me. See that? Got the whole place to myself. Got a fan on me. I'm just chilling, guys. Let's see what else you guys got. Jersey card says, sounds like freedom to me. It is. It's very free out here. Joyce says they don't have my size clothes or shoes. Yeah, that's the problem now, guys. If you are, and I wouldn't even say like overweight. I would just say if you're just a large person, okay? Because come on, let's face it. Asian men and women out here are short, okay? The majority of them are not 6 foot tall. Most of them, and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, it's an observation. Most of them are 5'5" or less. They're very small people. And, you know, most of them they don't have big hips, you know, big breasts, none of that stuff. None of that's going on. So the clothes that are made out here is mostly made for Asian men and women. So my biggest suggestion is when you first come to Cambodia, you better pack all your favorite pants and tops, and they better be in good quality and good shape, because if they start tearing or breaking down, you're going to play hell finding clothes out here. Now, are there shops where you can possibly get, say, you know, for tall men, tall women, even if you're overweight? Yes, there are places you can go, but they're very few and far between. Like, you're not going to be able to just hop over to the Russian market and expect to find, I don't know, a 3X shirt. Maybe, or expect to find a 50-inch waist pair of pants. Maybe, but maybe not. Are there tailors? Yes. You can go and get your clothes specially made for you if you want to do that. Now, it is very expensive. You're not going to get it for $5. But you can definitely, there's one way to do it cheaper that I found out. Like, you can go to the Russian market or whatever market around here and buy the fabric you like. Say you want to buy a yard or two of the fabric, get that cheap, and then find somebody who actually does tailor work and bring them the fabric. They may cut down the price where you buy half. Because you're not paying extra for the fabric, you already have the fabric, so you're just paying for the labor for them to put together your clothes. And they'll measure you and all that, but I'll tell you what, I mean, I had some clothes made for myself when I first got here because I didn't know where to buy any clothes. But then, one thing I could tell you, Joyce, I don't know if you've been to H&M in the Eon Mall. There's an H&M, I think it's the one in Sensok. They have clothes that fit me, and I'm 5'8", 5'9". I'm a tall girl, you know what I mean, and I'm curvy, so that was the only place I could go to find me pants that actually fit without actually having to spend $100 at a tailor shop to get it made. So that's my recommendation. That may be your best bet. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Yeah, Lily, it does cost money to get your clothes made. Right, okay, H&M, A&M Mall, #1 next to supermarket. Yeah, that's it, Michael, you're right. Yep, Renee, they got an H&M, girl, I go there all the time. I don't buy all the time, but I go in there to look for deals, and I'll tell you what, they do run some good specials. You can hit the clearance rack sometimes, like especially now, next week, with this big Chinese New Year coming up. They'll run sales like crazy at the mall. You can get like up to 75% off on clothes in there. That's the time to buy. So if something was like initially $15, you can get it sometimes marked down to $5, maybe even cheaper. That's when you want to buy at the mall. You gotta hit them sales. Gotta hit them sales, girl. Hey, you can take a girl out of America, but you can't take America out of a girl. I'm frugal. I'm all about hitting them sales racks, okay? Oh, Joyce, okay, size 14 clothes, size 9 shoe. I'm a size 10 shoe. I'm a size 10 shoe, and I needed to buy sandals. I looked in all these women's sections. I could not find a size 10 anywhere. When I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna have to go into the men's section. So I went into the men's section at the mall and picked up a pair of shoes that fit me. I mean, you can't tell, they look like unisex sandals, right? I got them on right now, and it's like they've been the best pair of shoes. I had to pay $35 for these shoes, but they're really good shoes. Sometimes you just gotta think out of the box. Us big girls gotta think out of the box, man. Like, you just gotta have to go into the men's section, you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. D-Money, we are in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Joyce, what do you mean central? Renee's like, I need some tops. Yeah, we're gonna be going there. Oh, okay, Asher, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question. Am I Native American or white West Indies? Neither. I only look like I'm an American Indian because I got my funny little thing going on here. I don't know what the hell I do with my hair half the time. it frizzes out here, and then you're in a tuk-tuk, your hair just goes whoosh. So I just like strap it down or whatever. But no, I am not West Indies. I'm not Indian or American Indian. Some people thought I maybe have Spanish in me. I'm not Spanish. I am more like Eastern European. Like my grandmother has Ukrainian in her, so I have Ukrainian, I have German from my dad's side, and Czech Republic. So we're all deep Eastern Europe roots. Fold ya. Where am I originally from, D-Money? I'm from Orlando, Florida. Okay, George Dewsbury, thank you for subscribing and tuning in from Southport, England. Okay, Silk Den says he's Hungarian. Awesome. Awesome. The Rabbit News. Hey, welcome in, buddy. Am I missing my family? I mean, yeah, yes and no. They're so used to me being gone. I'm so used to being gone. We don't miss each other that much. In fact, I finally got me, I found round-trip air ticket from Phnom Penh to Orlando and back for under $1,000. I scored tickets the day after my birthday. I don't know, some little birdie told me, hey, you might want to check out your app, on trip.com. And I was like, oh man, let me jump on there because these tickets are going to change hands. These tickets were running $1,300, $1,400 and up. And I was like, man, I really want them under $1,000 because, they charge you for seats too, right? On top of the tickets. So I scored him for $968. I was like, cha-ching! I'll whip out that credit card, baby. Yeah, so I'm going September. I'll be on a plane September 1st this year, and I'm going to stay till the end of the month, September 30th, and then I'll fly back. But yeah, I'm going to go see my family. I will see them, my two grown kids, my daughter and my son, this year in September. So it's only 6 months from now. I go every other year. I go back to the United States. So this is my year to go back. And yeah, so I guess that answers that question. So if they are missing me, well, they only got 6 more months to miss me. And then they get to see me. And then they're going to get so sick of me, they're going to want me to bounce back out again. You know how that goes. Kids will be like, Mom, we're grown now. We don't need you. I'll be like, okay, bye. I'm going back home to Cambodia. D-Monkey wants to know, have you been to NH Silk? No, I haven't. I need to still do that. I think that would be good. Hello to the Moon says, why did you retire there? Well, why wouldn't I retire here? I wanted to go where my dollar stretched furthest. Now, could it be cheaper elsewhere? Yeah, I could probably make my money work better in Vietnam. I don't know so much about Thailand, but the problem is the retirement visas are hard to get and keep in these other countries. And that was the big sell for me, was Cambodia's visa is super easy to get. A retirement visa, shoot. $170 a month for a 6-month visa. I'm sorry, $170 for a 6-month visa, or $300 for a 1-year visa. No proof of income needed. No depositing thousands of dollars into their, their national bank to hold. Like Thailand wants $20,000, I think, in order to get a retirement visa. You don't have to do any of that here in Cambodia. That's the big attraction. And then, like I said, the living out here is super easy. The people are super friendly. The weather is super great. Not only am I living on less than $800 a month, all in with rent, but I'm able to save money each month. Cha-ching. That's one of many reasons why I'm out here. So I hope that answers that question. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know. America schmerica. Everybody's getting kidnapped. It's crazy. I'm not worried about it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I can't live my life in fear, and neither should you. Nobody should have to be afraid of anything in this world. Just do what you want to do. D-Money wants to know, can you still get Social Security benefits when you live in Cambodia? Absolutely. Absolutely. Social Security benefits, as long as you, I mean, you could still, okay, here's what I heard. My brain's all over the place. You can have your Social Security follow you no matter where you are in the world. If you have an American bank account where they will deposit your Social Security check, perfect, right? Then you can get your cash out here at the ATMs over here. If you prefer to get a Cambodian bank account, it is very possible to switch and have Social Security send the money to Cambodia, but it may be more difficult to go through the process to get that done. It's going to be more red tape, yada, yada, yada. I personally, I'm not old enough to get my Social Security. I've got like 6 more years to go. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, guys, that I get my Social Security in 6 years. I'm on my pension right now, but I'm not going to have it direct deposited into a Cambodian bank account. I'm going to keep my American bank account just like I have now. Keep everything America stateside based. I'm not giving up my U.S. citizenship. You know, I got kids back there. I'm not going to make it hard on myself to get back into the United States to see them. But no, I mean, to answer that question, you can get your Social Security anywhere in the world. I mean, let's face it, all you got to do is it's all electronic now, you know? Just keep your bank stateside, and you can just pull your money out through, like, I have a Charles Schwab travel card. So if you're from the United States, you know what I'm talking about. If you're from other parts of the world, you might not have that type of debit credit card, or you might have something similar. And it's a travel card where they pay you back all of your ATM fees at the end of the month. So they reimburse you all the fees that, you know, let's say you took out, I usually withdraw money twice a month out of an ATM. They charge me roughly $6 each time, so it's $12 fees. I get that money back in my account at the end of the month. So it's like banking for free. Oh, speaking of banking, who just sent money? Hey, $5. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat, Sal. Let me give you a heart, bud. Hold on. I'm trying to jump in there. Where'd it go? I think I can do it. I don't know. It's telling me error. It won't let me do it. I was trying to give you a heart, brother. It's not letting me do it. Oh, well. Oh, no, I think it did it. Okay, cool. But thank you for the super chat. And thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate it. I'm reading this comment. If you have a U.S. bank for deposits, you will have to make sure you keep an eye out for the annual proof of letter. Yeah, I heard about that. But then I was like, that's only if you tell them that you're living overseas. Now, don't. Mum's the word. It's only if you tell them you're living overseas. Now, that could be risky. Maybe you will have to actually say you're living over here to get that money. I don't know what it's going to be like in 6 years, but don't tell them I said that. Oh, no, you're fine, Sal. You can send as many super chats as you want. Yeah, I'm going to definitely buy me a coffee with that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, don't, feel free to send as many as you want. No, I appreciate that. I really do. Call you, you're part of my super chat squad, right? Super chat squad in the house. Whoa. All right, back to the comments here. Back to the comments. Okay, Sebastian wants to know, do you think Cambodia is a nice place to visit? I think it depends on you and your taste, okay? Because, let me see if I could prop this up. I don't know if I can. No. I'm gonna have to hold the phone. Okay. I personally think it is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. When I first came here to the capital of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, people told me that it was no big deal before I got here. They're like, it's okay, you know, it's good for a week or two. You can tour the royal palace, maybe then hop over to Siem Reap. It's not a place you want to stay, right? So that's the mindset I had when I came here. Then I got here, and if you don't know my backstory, I initially was planning on, I thought I would need more money living here. That was my whole thing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a teaching certificate. I'm gonna do what everybody else does. I'm gonna go teach English, right? So that's what brought me here to the capital city, because this is where the jobs are. So when I first got here, I was overwhelmed. You know, the infrastructure's rough out here. Some places are really nice. They got it going on. You know, the sidewalks and everything are super nice. And then there's most of the city, which there ain't no sidewalks. They're busted up. But it's still, I call it the gritty city. Like, it's dirty, but yet it's clean. It's hard to explain because even though you see trash sort of scattered in different places of the city, but it's like an organized chaos. It's organized mess. People actually do care. They take a broom and they sweep it in little piles, right? They're constantly cleaning the streets out here. And the longer you're out here, the more you begin to appreciate what this place is about. You start to see the architecture. Because you know the French were here. They colonized. They were here like 150 years ago. And a lot of their original buildings from back then are still here today, and they've been remodeled, you know? But you've got the Asian culture, and then you got the French culture, and the more you get into all this, it just blows your mind. And the food culture is just a big mishmash of not only like Asian cuisines from all over Southeast Asia, China, all of those places, India, but it's a mishmash. You've got European chefs out here, you got French, German, British, pubs, you name it. There's American food out here. It's a melting pot of everything. And the more you live out here and experience this place, the more you begin to appreciate it. So for me to tell you, you know, is it worth visiting? In my opinion, yes. At first I thought no, but in my opinion, yes. But I'm gonna be honest with you, when you first get here, if you're only here for a week or two, I know where you're gonna be. You're gonna be along the river, you're gonna be on Walking Street, you're gonna be at the Royal Palace, and you're gonna be in the tourist zone. And you will not venture further out, and that's a sad thing to do. You should just get on a tuk-tuk and go north out of the city, go west, go south a little bit, and actually start get a flavor of each part of the city and see how they live. And believe me, you will be surprised. Some places will just blow your mind. You're gonna see such a contrast. You're gonna see the super rich driving Lamborghinis out here and 3-story mansions, which I just did a video about, guys. I released it earlier today, if you haven't caught it. You need to see that. I was in those neighborhoods and I shot footage, so yeah, definitely check that out after the live stream. Or you're gonna see the super poor. You're going to see people living in, what do you call, shanty shacks, you know, with the tin, it's all made of tin. They're sitting on top of the river on sticks. That's the contrast, and then you're gonna see everything in between, and that's what's really crazy about this place. There actually is a middle class out here, guys. It's not just the rich or the poor. There is a middle class. This cafe represents the middle class. Like I paid, I got me a lime drink for $2. I got some grilled pork belly, which is like bacon, but it's really good. I got that for $2, and I got a little mini Cuban sandwich, which was really good. I haven't had a Cuban sandwich. I got a little mini Cuban sandwich for $2, so the whole thing came to $6 for my lunch today, and that's considered middle class out here. So where do you want to go? It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, I hear ya. Who is this? Sal? Everybody's rushing around to live in Vancouver. That's just like the States. It's the same thing. You know, I have to agree with you, Rabbit News. I believe it. I believe that's true. 15 to 20 bucks the average meal. I agree, Sal. I'm scared to go back to. I'm scared to go back to the United States. Are you kidding me? My pocketbook's going to be bleeding money when I get out there. I'm staying with my daughter to save money on a hotel because I'm like, these kids better put me up. My son's like, oh, I can't have guests in his apartment. I'm like, okay, yeah, your girlfriend just doesn't want me over there. I got you. But I'll visit him a little bit too. He lives in Lakeland. She's in Orlando. But yeah, I'm going to be bleeding money when I get there. I'm going to talk them into buying all my meals for me. I'll be like, look, Mama need to get back to Cambodia. No, we'll do a lot of cooking at the house, but even then, probably buying stuff at the store is going to cost me an arm and a leg. Hello, is it hello, bees knees? Hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. How are the casinos out there? Oh shoot. I don't do casinos. I don't gamble, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of Chinese casinos out here. So if that's your thing, maybe not so much in Phnom Penh. I haven't seen too many here, but they are all over Sihanoukville. Like when I went down there, that's the town near the coast over there, on your way to Koh Rong. If you wanted to hop a ferry, go to Koh Rong. Holy shit. You talk about casinos, bro. Whew. There was like a casino on every block out there. Every block. And I'm talking huge ones, all gold plated and red and just like super posh looking casinos. So if that's your thing, you can get it out here in Cambodia. There's no doubt about it. But that's not my thing. I lose my money. There's no way I'm gambling. No way. Oh, thank you. Best wishes from Norway. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. David, you said your brother was considering to deal. Oh, go there and deal. I don't know if they'll let him do it because he's Western, but I mean, he may be able to get a job to do it, man. Never know. Well, you know, if the new world is coming, so be it. I'll be sitting tight right here. Good night, Rabbit News. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I know you gotta get up and go fishing. Go do your thing. Oh, what is that? Say, if I'm reading it right, short for Saeed. Okay. Go back on your messages, guys. Let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, I know. A rabbit knew. I knew he's gone. He said, "Don't touch their head." Yeah, that's one thing. They don't want you touching their head out here. It's a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Don't touch anybody's head. I mean, I don't want anybody touching my head. I'm not Buddhist, but I don't want nobody touching on my head either. So I sort of get it. Another thing is, it's like don't put your feet. Like, don't show your dirty feet. Like, don't prop it up on a chair in front of people or nothing like that. They don't like that either. They don't like it either. We got company, guys. Okay, Tony says, do they have television entertainment over there or what? They do. They have television entertainment. Everything's going to be in their native language in Khmer. But, you know, my best advice is just get yourself a Fire Stick before you leave the United States or wherever you're coming from so that you can just plug in, you know, and then you can watch your own native television shows. That would be your best bet. Okay, Saeed wants to know, how's the water? Is it blue over there, like Caribbean style? Well, when you get out to Koh Rong, it's blue. It could be blue and green. It's really pretty off the coast there, but the rivers out here are brown. They're as brown as the wood on this table. So just to let you know. Yeah, they got Lambos over here, man. They sure do. They got Bentleys too. Okay, Lily. Oh, how's the temperature over there? Is it warm? Saeed wants to know the temp. It's warm. I mean, it's tropical weather. Right now is sort of the nice season. It's like upper 80s, maybe 92, 93 Fahrenheit. But it's going to get hotter. Because what is this? Early February? By April is the peak of the hot season. And I think it runs for about 3 or 4 months. And it's going to hit with the humidity like upper 90s, maybe 100 degrees at the peak of the day. So the humidity gets very, very thick out here with no breeze. That's the tough season. But right now we have a breeze, we're in the shade, and it's very, very pleasant. So come now. You know, you got a plan there. That's true. That's true. I went to craft store earlier. Got me some stuff. That's an arts and crafts store. Yeah, you can build yourself a little house, build a hut on the water, go fishing, eat coconuts, chill on there. Yeah, you could do that, man. You could do it. It's very possible out here. They have cabanas. Yeah, they do. Sorry, I'm going back on your comments, guys, see what I missed. Thanks, Say. Is it Say? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. You like watching my lives? You think I'm normal and chill? I try to stay normal and chill. You just happen to catch me on a day where I'm not having caffeine. Then I can get a little cray-cray. About done with that. I never thought I would like Soda water. It works though. When you mix it with just a little bit of lime juice, it's not bad. It's actually pretty tasty. It's not bad at all. Okay, David Rodriguez. The city with all of the casinos is south. It's on the coastline. It's called Sihanoukville. I know that sounds weird. Let me see if I can help you spell it. It's Sian, S-I-A-N, Hook, H-O-U-K, Ville, V-I-L-L-E. Sihanoukville. Look that up on the map. You go down south, you can't miss it. It's right on the coast of Cambodia. That's where the casinos are at. In fact, there's a beach right there. It's called Independence Beach. I stayed down there on Independence Beach, and it was really nice. There's a really fancy hotel along the beach. I got a really sweet deal, man. I got a cabin out by the ocean for like $50 a night, and I stayed like a week out there. But this hotel that's attached to the cabins is famous for, what's her name? Jackie Kennedy. There's pictures of her visiting this hotel back in the 60s. I think after her husband was shot, you know, JFK. She's here. She's been here to Cambodia. So yeah, check that out. And the city I'm in right now is the capital of Cambodia, which is Phnom Penh. Just look it up on the map. They call it PP. I'm in PP. Phnom Penh. Okay, Billy, thanks. I don't know. Maybe you need that. I don't know. You see it, David? Okay, cool. You see it. All right, now you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Tony Lay says, no political nonsense here in the divided states. Yeah, and it's so sad what's going on over there. So sad. Kathy, no, I'm not in the United States. I am in Cambodia right now. Got some people right here. I don't want to put the camera on them. Okay, guys, I'm trying to go back to see if there's any other questions I missed. Okay, Sean says hi there. Hi, Sean. You're welcome, David. You're welcome, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm not big about talking about, you know, politics and everything, and especially, I don't really know what the politics are out here in Cambodia. I mean, I've been here a year. I still don't really know what's happening, but all I could tell you that there's a big, big difference between here and the States, because everybody is super chill. Nobody's in a hurry. Nobody's angry. I don't feel like I'm being judged. You know, of course, you're gonna get stared at because you're a Westerner. You're new. You're not a typical. You're not of this country. Let's put it that way. So people are gonna be curious that live out here. They're gonna ask you where you're from. Like when I went to the restaurant for my birthday, sweet little waitress. She was Khmer, and she's like. She goes, how long have you been here? Are you just visiting? And I says, no. I says, I actually live here. I've been here over a year. And she was all impressed. And she goes, do you know Khmer? I says, well, I only know a few words. So we were going over some of the words together, like hello, what was it? Hello, thank you. That's about the only 2 words I know. And she goes, I'm so proud and happy. This is another thing you'll run into when you're out here. The Khmer people will thank you for being in their country. Have you ever heard of anybody doing that when they go to the Western countries? Has any American or a Canadian or a British person ever said to somebody from Thailand or Cambodia that came to their country, thank you for being in my country. We appreciate you. We're so proud that you're here. You'll never hear that. I've never said it, and I've never heard it. But since I've been the visitor and the guest to this country, they have told me that several times, especially when I tell them that I've made Cambodia my home and that I live here. They say it to me over and over, and they're so thankful and happy that people like me are coming to their country. And it's not just Americans, like they're very thankful for people all over the world to be coming into Cambodia. And maybe it has some other things to do with, economics. We're bringing more money into their country, so they're happy about that. There's more jobs. But they're very sweet people. And one thing I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see Cambodia just get overrun by Western ways, or maybe not necessarily Westerners. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of Westerners living out here anytime soon. But I just feel if a lot of the Western ways start creeping over here, it might turn it into something we don't want it to be. And I love Cambodia just the way it is. I don't want to see it change. I want to keep it a hidden secret, even though I'm on these live streams sharing this with you twice a week, so you can see Cambodia and Phnom Penh in real time. I guess that's my rant. I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's do a few more comments here, guys. Aw, okay, thanks. Say yes? Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the live stream. God bless you too. Over and out. You don't think it's going to happen, Lily? I hope not. The F guy, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not going to go there. Renee says, Malaysians also thank you for coming to their country and don't see many Americans a lot. So they get excited when I tell them I'm from Texas. Man, I bet you they don't see too many Texans over there, that's for sure. Yeah, they're very happy to be here. Wally, welcome to Wally World. Hey, Wallace, I just saw your hearts. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're hanging out, you know me, another cafe, K-Fun, I don't know how they say it. Okay, Sean wants to know, is it safe in Cambodia to visit like Thailand or Vietnam? Yes, very much so. Very much so. I've never once felt in danger. I have never once felt like somebody's going to steal anything off of me. I came with that mentality when I first got here because people were always saying online, watch your bag, watch your phone, you know, there's a lot of like bag snatchers and phone snatchers out here. It probably is true, but I've never had that happen to me. And besides that, I just take extra precaution and make sure that I don't have my phone right on the side of the road. You know, if I'm on the road and I'm holding my cell phone, I back up off the road or I face the wall of a building so that nobody can just snatch my phone. So, you know, you do have to take some precautions, but I've walked around here at night, like with Wally. Wally's in the house. He's the one who took me out for my birthday. Shout out to Wally. We went walking around at night down to Walking Street and all that. We didn't have no problems. We were in a crowd of people. My hair looking all crazy. And we did fine. Nobody tried to steal anything off of us. We were totally fine. Oh, that is so sweet, VF guy. You thought about me in Cambodia every day. Would love to visit there sometime. Well, I would love for you to come over. So, I don't plan on leaving anytime soon, and if you do decide to come swinging through, write me on my email, Tammy, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com, and I would love to host you and take you out to a nice lunch or go get a lime juice or a coffee. I don't do beer. If you want a beer, you can get a beer, but I'll get one of these and we can just chill and relax and have a conversation. That's what I'm all about. That's a very sweet thing to say, though. Thank you. Just like any other country, just know your surroundings. Yeah, you're right, Lily. That's the groove, man. Yeah, I'm from the States. Is it Sean? If you don't know me, if you're new, I'm from Orlando, Florida. So yeah, United States, Florida girl in the house, bro, in the house. You can see the cafe behind me. It's so nice out here. It's so nice. I love these little lanterns. Okay, let's see if we have any other comments in here. Okay, so is it Linder Tube? It's hard to read this. Asking, will you learn to speak the language? I think I will eventually. I don't know. Like, I'm still sort of, I want to stay long term, and I'm still sort of up in the air if I want to spend money on classes. I think you can go on Facebook not Marketplace, but Facebook market groups out here or market groups, Facebook groups. I can't even think right now. But there's expat groups out here that you can join. And some of them, like, they'll do language exchanges. So you could actually get with a Khmer person that'll teach you Khmer for free, as long as you teach them English for free. Oh, talk about, that's going to be some kind of crazy room. Me and a Khmer person, neither one of us know what the hell we're saying. It'd be a pretty crazy thing, man. It is very peaceful, Sean. Very peaceful. I don't know about Japan, but I think you're right about Japan. I'm sure Japan is very chill. David, it's several languages out here. I'm just saying, if you want to speak Cambodian, it's Khmer. That's their language. But there's Chinese people out here, so you got Mandarin, there's Vietnamese, there's Thais, there's people from Malaysia, Malay language. There's French people living out here, German, you name it. There's almost every kind of language spoken out here. Like I said, this is really a big, big melting pot in Cambodia. Hi, who's this? Barber says hi. Hello. Welcome in, Barber. Welcome in, welcome in. Seeing if I missed any of your comments here. No, we're not in Thailand, King. We're actually in Cambodia. We're in Cambodia. And actually, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. If you just came in, you might just have to catch the replay, because we've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes right now. My phone is dying and so am I. But yeah, if you just subscribed and you're new, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining this crazy train. I do live streams twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. If you're my regular watchers, OGs, I appreciate you too. Not only tuning into the live streams, but watching all of my crazy videos and my shorts and all of that good stuff. And, you know, just to give you a nice little plug, if you ever need any relocation services, if you're planning to actually retire here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, I can help you out. That is what I specialize in. You can check out my services on my website, nextstepunknown.me. And you can also write me with any questions about Cambodia, or just say hi and say, hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee if you happen to be in town. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet my subscribers. So you can write me at Tammy, T-A-M-I, at nextstepunknown.com. If you weren't fast enough with the pen to write all that down, don't worry. When the live stream's over, go back on the replay, go back in the description box, and just hit the link below. And also, you can check out some sweet merch I got. I do specialized, unique Cambodian designs, and I put that on t-shirts and mugs and tote bags and anything else you can think of, socks, whatever. So you can check out my merch as well. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to have to say goodbye, but we'll see each other again. Amen. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.